Paris Jackson, the poised and enigmatic scion of pop royalty, has once again bared her soul, and her nasal passages, in a TikTok video that cuts straight to the heart of her turbulent journey from child of legend to survivor in her own right. At 27, the American Horror Story actress and budding musician, daughter of the immortal Michael Jackson, turned her phone's flashlight inward, illuminating a perforated septum that whistles like a mournful flute with every breath. It's a stark, unflinching emblem of battles fought in the shadows of addiction, a hole not just in cartilage but in the facade of invincibility that fame often demands. "I have a really loud whistle when I breathe through my nose," she confessed to her 76,000-plus followers, her voice steady yet laced with the weight of lived regret. "And that is because I have what is called a perforated septum." With a tilt of her head and a beam of light piercing the darkness, she exposed the void, a testament to years of substance abuse that she now wields as both warning and wisdom. This revelation isn't mere shock value. It's Paris reclaiming her narrative on a platform that thrives on vulnerability. Michael's only daughter, raised in the gilded cage of Neverland Ranch amid paparazzi swarms and whispered suspicions, has long navigated a life scripted by legacy yet defined by defiance. Born in 1998 to the king of pop and an unknown mother, later revealed as Debbie Rowe, Paris grew up under the watchful eyes of nannies, tutors, and her father's eccentric genius. The 2009 death of Michael, ruled a homicide due to propofol overdose administered by his personal physician, shattered the Jackson empire, thrusting Paris, then 11, into a guardianship battle won by her grandmother Catherine and Aunt Janet. Therapy sessions, homeschooling, and a vow to shield her from the spotlight became her early armor. Yet, the armor cracked under the pressure of adolescence, when curiosity collided with the ghosts of her father's own substance struggles. Paris's descent into drugs began subtly, a teenager's rebellion amplified by the isolation of fame. Cocaine, initially snorted as a party favor, escalated into a daily demon, eroding not just her health but her sense of self. By 20, the perforation, a hole in the nasal septum's dividing wall, had formed, a silent saboteur causing chronic whistling, sinus infections, and the indignity of labored breathing. "That is what you think it's from," she told viewers, her words a bridge between euphemism and candor. "Don't do drugs, kids. Or, do. Everyone is going to have the experience they need to have with life. I'm not going to have anyone what to do. But I don't recommend it because it ruined my life." It's a nuanced admonition, acknowledging free will while underscoring the wreckage. Ruined relationships, stalled careers, and a body marked like a battlefield. Sobriety, achieved nearly 6 years ago at 22, was no fairy tale redemption. Paris entered rehab amid a 2018 hospitalization for emotional distress, emerging with tattoos as talismans, phrases like crown chakra, in Sanskrit, and portraits of Frida Kahlo symbolizing resilience. She's since channeled her pain into music, releasing tracks like Let Down, that pulse with raw introspection, and acting roles in American Horror Story, double feature, and the upcoming The Idol. But the septum remains a stubborn souvenir. "You have to take pills when you do a surgery that gnarly and I don't wanna FK with that," she explained, weighing the risks of anesthesia against her hard-won clarity. Living with it since her early 20s has been a bitch, especially in the studio where every inhale disrupts the flow. For levity, she demonstrated threading a spaghetti noodle through the hole, a grotesque parlor trick that humanizes the horror. This TikTok moment echoes Paris's broader ethos of transparency, a deliberate unmasking in an industry that peddles perfection. She's spoken openly about her bisexuality, mental health struggles including PTSD from paparazzi chases, and the vegan activism inherited from her father. Michael's shadow looms large, his own drug-fueled demise a cautionary parallel, but Paris honors it by forging ahead, modeling for Chanel and marching for climate justice. The perforation then isn't defeat, it's a badge of survival, a whistle reminding her and us of the cost of escape. In expanding this story, consider the medical minutiae. A perforated septum arises from chronic irritation, often from snorting cocaine, which constricts blood vessels and thins tissue until erosion creates a fistula. Symptoms range from whistling due to turbulent airflow, to nosebleeds and crusting, treatable via surgery like septal buttons or flaps. But Paris's aversion to opioids post-op is prudent given addiction history. Her candor destigmatizes such scars, aligning with a cultural shift toward body positivity that embraces flaws over filters. Paris's video ends with a demo of the whistle, a high, ethereal keen that could soundtrack a haunting ballad. It's Michael-esque in its theatricality, yet profoundly her own. As she navigates 27 with a modeling contract, music EP in works and therapy as routine, this disclosure fortifies her armor. Drugs ruined her life? Perhaps. But in ruins she's building something unbreakable, a legacy not of sequins and spotlights but of scarred honesty.